In your opinion, what is Benjamin Franklin's greatest contribution to the city of Philadelphia?
He is visible everywhere in the city. You can't, especially in this area, you can't take 5 steps without seeing a place that Benjamin Franklin had literally done something, created an institution such as the University of Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Hospital, the first fire department in America. On and on it goes, all by one man. And more than 250 years later, these institutions still exist. They thrive. They're at the top of their game. So that's what I really impressed. That he was relevant today, as relevant today as he was 200 years ago.
The legacy of Benjamin Franklin can be seen throughout Philadelphia. He influenced the city with things such as firehouses and hospitals. Today, we will take a journey through Philadelphia to see what he left for the world. Franklin's legacy can be seen not only in his contributions to the American Revolution and his assistance to the new government, but also in the city of Philadelphia itself. Without a doubt, one can say that his contributions are great and that we still feel their effects today. When one thinks of Benjamin Franklin, one may think of his print shop, which was run by a man with a love of reading. In 1731, with other members of his philosophical society, he drew up plans to start a library. It was the predecessor of the free public library system we know today.
The library was one of Ben's most impactful accomplishments, as it set a precedent for free public libraries around the world. The Library Company was headquartered in Carpenter's Hall, the same place that hosted the First Continental Congress. After the Revolutionary War, the Library Company became the Library of Congress until 1800, and remained the largest public library in America until the Civil War. Even today, Ben's legacy can be read about due to his creation's goal of making available and preserving the materials in their care.
For those looking for a more practical contribution of Franklin's, look no further than the Union Fire Company. The company set a standard for present-day fire departments with well-organized and strategic methods for extinguishing fires.
Benjamin Franklin noticed that in Boston, fires were fought with diligence and expertise, while in Philadelphia it was decentralized, incoherent, and mob-like in its attempts to fight fires. Wishing for his city to do better, he went to the Junto, the same philosophical society that helped him found his library company. He inquired about how fires might be better fought in Philadelphia. Franklin's Bucket Brigade was hammered out and the Union Fire Company was established, with the idea of permanently fighting fires. The company was 30 men strong by 1737, and their equipment consisted of leather buckets and strong bags for carrying items and other helpful accoutrements. Monthly discussions on firefighting strategy were held, but the company had no sitting president. It did, however, have a clerk and a treasurer. Influenced by the success of the company and Benjamin Franklin's encouragement, other fire companies, such as Hand in Hand and the Britannia Fire Company, came into existence. The legacy of these fire companies can still be seen with dedicated firehouses all across Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the country.
The museum is still in operation. Currently on display is Cornelius Varley's telescope, entitled Through the Looking Lens. Another place that is part of its community today is the Pennsylvania Hospital, founded in 1751 by Franklin and Bond. Its quality care has helped it earn multiple merits and recognitions over the past few years, such as being named one of AARP's top 10 hospitals in the country. This can be attributed to its excellence in cardiology, neurology, and orthopedic care.
The hospital, along with the other contributions Ben made to Philadelphia, was all about helping the common man. When he spoke to Dr. Thomas Bond about starting the hospital, he wanted to care for the sick, poor, and insane who were wandering the streets of Philadelphia. Philadelphia was known as a melting pot of infections, with many different cultures and people spreading their respective infections betwixt themselves. Bond, a long-standing friend of Franklin, was also involved in Ben's library company, the Philosophical Society, and would eventually go on to establish a predecessor to UPenn. making good on its auspicious founding. The Pennsylvania Hospital went on to become a center of innovation and medical excellence, and found use in the Revolutionary, Civil, Spanish-American, and both World Wars as a center of treatment for those wounded in battle.
Ben went on to do other impressive things, such as founding the American Philosophical Society. Its members have contributed greatly to science over the years, and its museums can still be visited.
The Philosophical Society was certainly a good move by Franklin, but it was met with lukewarm success in its early years. Despite recruiting intellectuals such as Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and Marquis de Lafayette, the society seemed dead just 3 years after its founding due to lack of activity. Thankfully, a successful merger with the American Society for Promoting Useful Knowledge in 1769 revitalized the coalition, and their philosophical hall was finished in 1789 and is located at 104 South 5th Street, directly south of Old City Hall. The creation of the American Philosophical Society Museum was one of their greater accomplishments, and over 200 society members won Nobel Prizes for their work during the 20th century. Society membership surpassed 700 during the turn of the century, with 85% hailing from the Americas.
In your opinion, what is Benjamin Franklin's greatest contribution to the city of Philadelphia?
He is visible everywhere in the city.